Politricks watch. This is Sir B. Today I'm going to be telling you about another one of your favorite producers. I'm going to be talking about a violence producer who is wreaking havoc in the parish of Hanover. I'm going to show you how the powers that be fail to deal with him. They failed in the past and they continue to fail. I'm also going to show you how spookily similar it is to another one of your favorite producers. You see, Mobie of the Snake, Hanover of Turbo. I'm talking about Adrian Clarke, aka Turbo, who is currently serving time behind bars. He is the leader of the 100 Rounds gang. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, hold on, what do you mean he's a violence producer? He's behind bars. Right, that should be the end of him. Not in Jamaica. Not in Jamaica. Your favorite leaders, right, go through this one hell of a process for lock up man, only for man go to jail if you continue them operation as done, like them still down the street. You see, Turbo, who, is normally elusive, right, recently heard me mention, can't get a picture of him, been quote unquote laying low. Turbo, like many of the so-called dons in Jamaica, all they really have is brute force. They're really not that intelligent. You see, this is a youth who claims they might lay low, but then him go and take a picture with their favorite entertainer. And then their favorite entertainer posts him. You can't make this stuff up. Before we go any further, I want to send a special happy birthday to none other than Sharim. Now Sharim, your father in the Patreon squad, him link me and tell me say you're a real star boy at school. He must let me know say, right, you did very well in your CXCs and you get a scholarship, right, you're gonna find. Hopefully one day Jamaica get to see you again because we already have too much problem with brain drain. So Sharim, big up yourself, your father and the family love you, see? And don't end up like Turbo, because I wouldn't want to have to make a video about you and when your father made that happen anyway. So let's get back to the video. As me say, Mobie of the Snake, Hanover of Turbo. The Snake, a film record company, Sharp Snake Records. Turbo, a film one, T100 Records. You already know say the Snake link with your favorite artist, Heavy. Right? And your favorite artist is the person who actually delivered, right, Turbo picture. You see, everybody like say, boy, he might lay so low and he might hide things and him, nobody can find a picture of him. Look like Turbo no know say, him favorite artist love post picture and love call man name. So, the same, right, favorite artist, it posts in 2019 a picture with Turbo from behind bars. So I want to thank your favorite artist for delivering something when nobody else couldn't get. An actual picture of Turbo. Your contribution is greatly appreciated. There is also a song called Tony Montana. And on the intro for the song, you hear your favorite artist say, tell them Turbo. Yes, it's the same Turbo we are talking about today, Adrian Clarke. This youth, highly, highly destructive. May I give you a little backstory. You remember recently I talked about a case where 6 people lose their life in a one family? Right? May I give you a little backstory on this. So, there's been tension between man from Green Island and Longwood for some time now. Right? These places are in Hanover, in case you don't know. So a dispute happened between man and man. Right? Longwood man, right? Green Island man, right? Turbo, right? And some other star man. You get to a point where 2 brothers, right, were killed in Hanover. One of the brothers them was who, right, Turbo did really have the beef with, as you can see on the screen. Right? But 2 brothers end up dead. So after the 2 brothers were killed, there was retaliation against, right, people from, let's just say from Turbo's side, but not Turbo himself. obviously he's still alive. Right? So then, when time the man them strike back, right, for what happened to the brothers, right, things escalate even further. Start to snowball, till it get to a point where 6 people lose them life one time. You remember that infamous killing? Right? I'm going to show you how Turbo was involved in all of this. Right? You see, there was a man by the name of Rice. And Ricey, some people call him, right, was in the back and forth with Turbo. Let's just say Turbo up on one side and Rice up on the next side. So the man them decides them to go for Rice. When them go to the yard, right, them bop up in our family. Them tell them say, if make Rice come out, cause obviously they come to kill Rice. The family say Rice not there. Naturally them can't see that the man ain't come to kill Rice. So how many people are going to just say, yeah man, him in the bathroom there so. Or yeah man, him in the kitchen, go and feed him now. So naturally, the family trying to protect Rice. So him not there. The whole time Rice was actually hiding in the house. So guess what the man them do? Guess what Turbo boys them do? Guess what the 100 rounds young man them do? The man them start heal the family. The man them start proceed to shoot up, right, the people in the house. When the smoke cleared, Rice, the baby mother, was dead. Right? You can see the list of people on your screen. Rice, the baby mother, was dead. And baby mother's mother was dead. Her brother was dead. Rice's son, Davian, was dead. Rice's daughter, Aliyah, was dead. And another relative, right, of the family, right, the Bloomfield family, right, you named Mangaroo, he was also dead. So you see, the man then go for Rice and end up slaughter Rice son, daughter, baby mother, your mother, our brother, and a cousin, right, who just happened, right, to be staying at the house that day. Massacre. Rice himself ended up pick up burns because, as I say, he was in the house. After the man them done shoot at the whole family, the man them light the house on fire. But you see, some people survived. If you look on the screen, you can see the people them. These are the victims. As far as I'm aware, that is the most gruesome slaying in Hanover history. 6 people, one time, from one family. From teenager, go straight up to grandma. Turbo almost lose fame life. Cause the man them catch him at one point, right? I left courthouse, actually near to a station, right? And them shoot off him, shot him, but him never did. Now, listen to the names of the people them who were charged with that murder. 6 people them. 48-year-old Adrian Clarke, aka Scorcher, right? And Michael Campbell, aka Troy. Remember earlier I said Turbo name is Adrian Clarke? 48-year-old Adrian Clarke. Yes, the relation between the two of them. Yes, only in Jamaica. As for the youth named Troy, he was also charged and eventually convicted. He played a major role because he helped lead the man them exactly which part them to go. He know the place well. This killing was so gruesome. Right? 6 people one time, that's the judge. Sentenced Adrian Clarke and Michael Campbell, right, Scorcher and Troy, to a minimum 80 years before parole. As in 8-0. How often you hear them kind of sentence in Jamaica? We are talking about a serious judge or so. 80 years. So that means the Adrian Clarke and even Michael Campbell was in his 20s. Unless them live like the man them from back in the Bible days, them not see the road again. If it was certain countries, the punishment would have been even worse than that, considering that they basically carried out an act of terrorism. Right? So then, you think to yourself, so what did happen to Turbo? Believe it or not, even though I tell you to Turbo that jail and you think, oh, well then they catch him too. Not for this. Turbo was not convicted for this case. Him to get convicted for something else. But you see, it wasn't just Scorcher, right, and Troy who did get pointed out for this. There was also a couple other youths, like for example, Saddam, joint JCF and JDF operation did kill him. Right, I think he was in Westmoreland, him dead. Right. You might have heard back in the day when time this case, they just come out, them that look for a youth named Wingy. Right. So, it wasn't just these two, but police to end up, right, either lock up or kill most of the man them, right, who take part in this. And even though Turbo never actually get convicted for this, he did eventually get sentenced to 20 years. No, that's not 20 years before parole. That's 20 years. So it might come out after time. Who knows? But let's go back to Turbo being in jail. Just the one giving our backstory. Right. Just to make you know, it was Turbo and Fiend Boys then who were responsible for that gruesome slaying. Right. 6-tuple murder. So now fast forward, recently you heard about a killing. 7 people get shot, 3 fatally in Hanover. It's a couple days ago, depending on when you hear this video. Those killed have been identified as 55-year-old Michael Smith, Mark Austin, and Omar Mahabi. Now, I'm going to tell you why this is spooky. It might be pure bad luck. You see that youth, Omar Mahabi, he's the brother of Rice. You see, this was also a Turbo ordered hit. He ordered this hit from jail. Fiend Boys them carry this out. So he's responsible for the 6 people that dead. One time, I think it was 10 injured overall, and now he's also responsible, right, for the 7 people who get shot, 3 fatally. Not only, right, did he manage to kill Rice, son and daughter and woman, but then, now, he actually get to kill Rice's brother. Now, what is spooky about this is that one time this first went down, I mean here say, Omar Mahabi dead, who is Rice's brother. I thought, oh, well, them still a carry this on? Them still a wipe out people related to Rice? But now we get to understand the picture a lot clearer. Omar Mahabi, right, was just at the mini mart, right, like in party because you can buy drinks and them thing there. The real target was the shopkeeper. You see, your favorite producer, Turbo, I run extortion racket from behind bars. The man that jail and I extort people all over Hanover. Contractors, anybody want to build nothing, right? Shopkeepers. So, this shopkeeper get message say, even if you send on money, the man say nah, send on the money. Right. So people didn't know, right, I help him upload surveillance camera because we don't know once threat starts 10, I guess he thought the cameras would, act as a deterrent or something. Right, so then they set up camera and the man then come, posing as customers and shoot them up. After the man them, right, shoot the shopkeeper, the man them, right, start to shoot people indiscriminately. That's how 7 people get shot. Them just start shoot up who they did. Typical 87 style. Can somebody explain to me how a prisoner is doing all this from behind bars and your favorite leaders cannot stop him? Just like we see, right, in other places like Red Hills Road, Brebre and them and there. Man that jail and make people dead because them not pay extortion. How that work? What kind of, right, Mickey Mouse system them a run Where even after them lock up, man can still just send words to you, send some money, and if you say no, you're dead. We're talking about somebody named Turbo. Jamaica is a country where somebody named Turbo, right? A man named after a part from the internal combustion engine, right? A run-off place, and even in that jail, him can make man dead. Contractor are dead. Shopkeeper are dead, right? People are living in fear. A Turbo. These are the type of people, right, who the government make, right? I live like say them as, like they're Escobar in the 80s or something. Imagine having somebody named Turbo. And then I'm going to tell the people in Jamaica, say, oh, we can't stop him, we can't deal with him. Right? We try everything, and I come up with a big excuse. Right? Turbo, crankshaft, supercharger, piston, Conrad. Right? You can come up with any little foolish name in Jamaica. But once you have, right, brute force on your side and a little money back you can turn a whole parish upside down. We're talking about a jailbird, yes, sir. Jamaican authorities are struggling to deal with somebody who is already behind bars. So now you know why them can't deal with man on that road. Somebody who them know is very destructive. When them tell us, oh, we try to stop the phone thing, check your favorite water them. Have you ever seen the process for send anything going to jail? It's very difficult to get anything in a jail. But yet still, every man in there, every dan in a jail have phone and send out orders to people dead. How hard can it be to stop people who is already behind bars? Especially when it's high profile criminals we are talking about. You would have swear say, them would at least have the man them, right, who are known area leaders, known dans, and are some kind of extra watch. How is this happening? People in Hanover are living in fear, can't open them business. Right? Contractor live in fear, man a build this and next thing you know contractor dead because him say him not run the money and then man dead. Shopkeeper are dead. People are say, oh, them they want to invest some money but them not bother. But telling us that criminals, right, help destroy Jamaica's economy. And Turbo is one of them. Meanwhile, man that jail, right, I run record company. Right, quote unquote producer. It's an absolute circus. Let me say, the Hanover version of the snake are the same story. The similarities are uncanny. But you have to really scratch your head sometime. It's like the man and my father the same playbook. You're struggling to deal with a Turbo? I don't know. All we get is excuses after we're trying our best. Well, your best is not good enough. People are losing them life. And the reason why them continue to do this from jail is because, again, the laws them, we deal with man in a jail, right, while use phone and send out orders, right, are also outdated. But the man them knows so they get one little tap on the wrist and then I eat that. You're telling me they cannot deal with somebody like Turbo who is behind bars? But we're supposed to take them seriously that they're going to deal with people who are road? This is an extraordinary failure, right, of the system. You see that them can't do it or them no want. Right. Remember, the family will lose them life. This was from 2015. We're now in 2022 and Turbo still carry out these type of mass shootings. Right. But they might give the same excuse. And they want to tell us, well, we're trying, try harder. Man that jailhouse, right, I run IG account, I run record label, produce song, and I live life like normal. I extort people, collect money, and I help strengthen him gang and him that jail. Because him knows him soon come a road. He was sentenced to 20 years, but not 20 years before parole. So him probably gonna do half of that, maybe 1/3, who knows. So him knows him soon come a road. So him still do the extortion, still a collect money, right? Him a run record company. So when time him come back, him have a bag of money, right? He can carry out his operations. Now, as usual, you know there's always big money behind him. So, you know, just stop a Turbo. You see, the scammer them who are fun Turbo, right? You better buy phone or huggies from now. Right? Just to put that out there. So. The scammer them, right? Just in case you think me a joke, Monk, buy your huggies from now. Right? Because people keep overlooking the people them, right, who are do the funding and I buy the shot and I buy the gun and I help man. So when you start buying the huggies, you know, Because if you think so, when I go turn Hanover in a mobile, think again. Think again. We're not talking about a genius, we're talking about somebody who go to great lengths, right? They say them and lay low, and then go take picture with artists, and then artists post up picture. These people are not even thinkers. They're not great thinkers, but they can still outthink your favorite leaders. But me says that they can't do them, no one do it. So Hanover people, me hear you. You know, so enough people feel defeated, enough people feel like say, why them have to go just surrender, because when things like this happen and people say 7 man dead or 7 people get shot, right, and 3 dead, plus 10 members say 60 dead one time, enough people start saying, you know what, I better we just give in, better we just work with them and say, even though we don't want to. That's how people are feeling. That's how people are feeling, because your favorite leaders are failing to stop somebody we name Turbo. Somebody we name that a forced induction. A quote unquote producer. Somebody where you don't even have to look for, because you know him there. Him there, the same place every day. Listen to that, so. This is an intro to Turbo. Listen out for the name and others from Hanover in the future. Anyway, Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Yeah, you don't know, more life. Ultra squad, stay circling. Bless.